Well, hello and welcome to Material Musings. Today we're just gonna go straight into it and we'll show you where we've got so far. I've got a few other things that I want to quickly show you. Okay, let's go. So this is the large kawandi that I was working on. I didn't actually measure it, but I guess we can do so. It's quite large in terms of trying to fit on my table. So yeah, let's just get a idea. It's 27. So it's 27 inches by 21. So 27 by 21. I'll have to remember that. Let me just write that down. And this is actually, I think it was I don't know whether it was a small tablecloth or whatever, but it came ready with the edges stitched, and all I've done is if you can look at the back, I did some stenciling with some avocado dye, yeah, and that's how it looks on the back. But then I was thinking, if I want it to be a wall hanging, I'm also going to have to put the bits in that you would put the wood in, that you could hang it. So looking at the front, I've done around the border the stitches, and I'm on the second or third row around the edge. And what I showed you last time was selecting the material, and I've tried to kind of space them out so that I'm not repeating any like one after the other, but there's a different one. And I was going to, I think the last time I was working on this, I wanted to just iron out, just go around and just iron out some of the fabric, because the way I'm folding it is just with my nail. But there are some pieces that, just like here, that I just want to kind of use the extra thing of the iron. Let me switch it round. Now, all of these fabrics are ones, you would call them vintage now. I started collecting fabric many years ago. Many years ago. And initially it was that I wanted to make my own clothes and I wanted to make something. Then it was just like, I've left them in, I've still got lots of fabric that I've never done anything with, that's just now coming into play now that I work with fabric. It's just amazing. And yes, I do have a cardigan on because I've had a chill today. But yeah, so I'm still working on it, and I'm thinking maybe towards I'm not even going to put a timeline on it. I'm working on it when I get a moment. And so these are the fabrics that I've got left. So what I'll do is like something like that, kind of space them out. I do have others, but these are the ones that I'd cut that I definitely do want in there. And yeah, I'll probably look through some of the other pieces to see which ones, like I'd only had one of these ones, so I'll go back and see what I've got. But that's the state of the kawandi. And I was going to show you, looking at some beading, how I would actually do it. I mean, obviously there's different ways you can do it. I wasn't like professionally trained in beading. It's just what I've learned over the years, and little courses that you go through. But I like how it's going at the moment, and I'm feeling that I know it's going to be really nice because it's incorporating all these fabrics that I have had for years, and it's nice to actually see them out. Whilst I've said I haven't actually made any clothes, I did actually make a skirt from this one, and I don't pattern cut, so all I did was model it on a skirt that I liked and then stitched it. So it's got a long zip. But so that's the Kawundi at the moment, where it's got so far. So yeah, I was going to bring out one of the small ones, but I brought out a piece that I thought, oh, you've seen in the past Material Musings, you've seen this, and it has really kind of grown and developed, and I've just been stitching on it, and it does need its backing. But look at the back, doesn't that look so rich? It's amazing, isn't it? The amount, and you then begin to appreciate the amount of work that you actually put into these things. And I was looking at some of the others that I've done, that, you know, some of them are short of a, say, backing, or the bit that can so that they can hang up. And I was saying to myself, yeah, this, by the end of the year, I want all of the unfinished pieces that have just got small things that need to be done. I want to see them all kind of done and ready. Because who knows, you know, there may be an exhibition that I can bring these beauties out and just inspire and encourage somebody else. Yeah? Okay, so let me show you the beads I was thinking about. So I was looking at these ones, and these are kind of glass beads. I do have, they're slightly bigger than seed beads. And I was thinking of there's a goldy looking one, and I was thinking of using that around the edge. And then after I've done that, I'm going to put it around this edge. And then after I've done that, what I'll do is find the backing and then start bringing this to a close. Yeah. I don't think there was anything else I'd missed out that I was thinking, oh yeah, I must add this. And I'm looking at maybe some of these bits, like I was saying, or maybe I'll add some stitching to there. But yeah, I'm not feeling it right now. What I'm feeling is the beading around the edge. So that's something that I'm going to do. And all I do is I can either thread in short lengths, do the thread the beads on, but which is probably what I'll do, because if I try and do it all, like thread all the beads and then come back and attach them, there's always room for oh, I didn't put enough beads on, or, you know, it's just wonky or whatever. So I'll probably do this bit and then do that bit, you know, just do them in sections, the sections that they're in, like that. And then I'm looking to see, what I need to do is pull out even more beads and see if there are any colours that I have. I've seen a bit already, so I need to go in here with some yellow, like here and here. I want to do this area. Yeah, so let me see what needle I have, and the thread. I probably want a white thread. Doesn't really matter, does it? Maybe yellow. Oh, I'd bring out my bead thing. And I'm going to be using this. Ooh, I've just had a thought. This is crochet thread. Ooh. Right, okay. Right, so we're going to use this. And I can double it or just have it single, and I'll probably just double it. Oh, I've got to make sure first, though, that the beads will fit through this needle, which, please, please, please. Right, so that one does, but they may not all do it, so we'll see how we get on. They may not all fit through, but so far so good. Okay, I do have seed bead needles, which are so fine that I haven't used them in a while. And then I found some other smaller fine needles that I started using, but they're not fine enough to work with some of the beads that I was using. Okay, so we're just going to do this bit and I'll show you how I would do it. But as I was sitting there thinking, I was like thinking to myself, I know I wanted to put extra bits here, and what I might do is I like the idea of putting beads in those spaces. So rather than do the stitches, these are then going to be filled with beads. So maybe we can look at that. So let me do this bit first and I'll show you how I would, yeah, just, I mean, this is just a simple case of threading them on. And so there's my thread, and I'm gonna, oops, I need to move it over. So it needs to be more here on that side. It doesn't matter that it's on the white that I've stitched around the edge. So I'm just going to do a knot there. And so let us use this and see. I know that there's a it's a professional way of using it. I know that I don't use it in the way that, you know, it's obviously to thread beads, but let's take these out. See, I only want the gold beads that are in there, so let us, and that should be enough to do what I need to do here. Okay, and I'm not doing the whole thing, I'll have to do the rest of it in my own time. Okay, so all I'm going to do is take my needle and thread on these gold beads, and yeah, doing it in a smaller section at a time then gives you a good idea. So these are glass beads. Are they plastic or glass? No, they're plastic. So I think this is going to look so lovely. But as I say, you know, over time you're working on these pieces, adding different elements, and before you know it, you've kind of, I'll bring you in a minute, and then you can see. I think the yellow accentuates it just a little bit more. Okay, so it's glistening for me, and I quite like it, so I'm gonna actually put it here. So what I would do is, yeah, I want it on the side of the other side of the black thread, and I want to bring it to this point, here. So I've got 2 extra beads here I need to just take off for the moment, because I'm gonna insert my needle just right there, and that's just the right length, and that's how I would do it. So that's how we put it on. So let us, and then what I do is work my way back down, attaching the thread, putting the thread through. So I'll do Right, so I just make sure that it's lined up and relatively straight, and I push my needle through, and then we have the first line. Now what I could do is work my way round and then and just do the threading. I'll show you what I do anyway. So I put my needle back through, I go backwards, say about 3 beads. So every 3 to 5 beads I then pull my thread through, go in between them, and try and go out as near to the hole that I came up through, and go back in and then pull it in between the beads. So I need to just pull them individually just to make sure that I think it's not buckling, but it's because what I'll probably do is to attach the line of beads to it. I won't double it because this is double at the moment. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just tie this off for the moment, because I want to check to see about my idea of putting beads in these spots, and I need to make sure I've got enough. But I'm going to do a single strand. I'll keep the same yellow, or I could maybe go with a different colour, we'll see. Let me see. So where would I'm definitely thinking this area where there's blue, but I'm thinking let's try the red, so in these spots here. Okay, let me try up here. So I will push my needle through, and we're going to start adding the beads, and I'm just going to do it in like a line. So as I'm going to take the bead down here and stop there, and then do the same in terms of filling it up. So get our red beads, and let's hope. So these beads are smaller than the gold, or some of them are. So not all of them are going to fit. So I'm going to need to change my yeah, see, I've done quite a few so far, so not all of them is going to fit, but anyway, I can see what the beads look like should I put them on. I am liking that idea, and it's, yeah, it is a bit more work, but I do like that idea. So so when I do the red, I'm going to have to use a different needle. Let me see about the blue, because I want to add the blue as well. Yeah, I'm going to have the same problem. And it's funny, you know, even though these are all relatively the same size beads, the needle that I'm using, that I could use with the gold, is too big. But I like the idea of filling these spaces, and so that's one of the other jobs that I'm going to do. But I need to change my needle, which I don't need to do now. But you get the general idea in terms of looking at the piece and maybe thinking about, you know, adding beading. You might have some charms, embellishments that you might want to add, or you might just want to add more stitching. Yeah, so that's that. So I think we'll leave that there for now. I am going to definitely be adding to this one. I really do want to get this one finished finally, and I look forward to sharing with you. It's a bit busy this coming week, but I'm looking forward to sharing with you some of the progress. We'll see, take it a little bit at a time. I'll definitely do around the edge first, because I know that those gold beads work. And then, you know, I might look at it and think, oh, actually, no, I don't want to do beading on the rest. But I'm feeling it's nice and bright, and it's, I like the colours that I've used. It's almost like, you know, it just needs that last little thing that I want to use. Ooh, I've got some, yeah, no, they're a lot smaller beads. Okay, so let me show you some other things. All right, so I wanted to show you, my stamps came out at the beginning of August, and so I did some stamping on fabric. Now, I'll be doing a bonus lesson for fodder school, and showing how I work on fabric, but I thought I would just share this with you now, and further on down the line we can look at creating some pieces on fabric using the stamps. Okay, so let me just flip through. So this is a vessel, so yeah, I've just printed them out and worked on them, as you can see there. Do you want to come in a bit? Okay, yeah. She's puffy, and then we've got a little doll. Okay, and then this is one that I felted, but I drew this one out, so, and then kind of did the background, but I was pleased that I did that one. This one is a vessel, and so we've got two different looks so far that I've done, and they're puffy as well. I used up scrap fabric in this one, but yeah, there's so many different ways in which you can work on them. This is beacon. Okay, we've got Bantu knots that I've done, and this is just like a flannelette fabric. It's like this, and it's I got it in the dollar store. Sorry, no, this one isn't a flannelette fabric, but it's just a white cotton, very thin white cotton that I've stitched around, and then this one, coloured that one in. And this is wrapped. Oh, the only one that I don't have is Ngozi, so this is wrapped. Yeah, so then some nice things that you can do in fabric. But as I say, I am doing a my lesson in fodder school will be coming up, and so we'll just be doing a little bonus lesson, but I will be over time going through working on some of these. Yeah, I just needed to get other things done first, but these are all fabric, and yeah, I'm really loving working on them. And I do have other digital stamps that you can have access to. They're on my Etsy store, so they're available there. If you're not able to get the physical stamps in these designs, I've got these designs and others as digital stamps as well that you can print, and you know, it comes in different sizes. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you, it was a new purchase. I had to. I was compelled, and it was after I had done the felting that I was looking just for additional felting, and then I found this store. So let me show you what I got. Ooh, okay, so it comes in a nice little box here. It's not an unboxing because I've looked at it already. So this, they had a name, because you can get this on Amazon as well, and I'll leave the links below. And I wanted to, as I say, get some more felt. This is all that I had left, and I did do an experiment to see if I could use the wool that I have, and it's possible. So this is wool. Actual wool that I have, and I carded it, and I was able to separate it like that. I even took some of the yarn, some of the other yarn that I have, which has got a wool mix in it. So that's possible. There's just a little bit there. That's possible. And I had been crocheting it, and it's just like I don't really do anything with the crochets. I crochet flowers and things like that, and I must start getting them out into the world. But so this is some of the yarn I had, but it's acrylic yarn, and it didn't really, just trying to think whether this is the one that I did. But I was like, I need to get some more. So anyway, I found this locally, but it's also available online. Had I bought it online, it would have been a lot cheaper, but I guess the shipping and everything. So this is how it comes, and it comes with 40. I was so excited when I saw it. I had a choice of 2, but it was just like, no, I want this one. But it's got all of these colours, which I may or may not use. There may be colours that I are going to be more my thing. And so I picked out, well, these 2 are probably the 2 that I would more than likely use in projects. I really love this colour. And as I said, yeah, I did do, this is a bit of the yarn, the acrylic yarn. So it is possible I will be able to, if I run out, but I did manage to get another bag full. So they look quite small when you look at it, but when you actually open it out, you realise that, okay, so it's a lot bigger than you think it's going to be. And depending on what you're doing, you know, for small pieces, like for this, there's no way I would use a lot of this. You know, you're going to use small bits of it, again, depending on what you're doing. So after I'd unravelled it and thought, oh, okay, it's bigger than I thought, I felt a little bit better. So it comes with 40 colours, as we can see here. It comes with some templates, and these are quite cool. I was just like, okay, I don't need any, like, I mean, some of these I might not use. I was going to say a 4-leaf clover, but it's not a 4-leaf clover. But you've got animals, that looks like a squirrel. Then you've got Christmassy type of things. They're all in different sizes, and they can come in handy for some small things. Because I was thinking about stitching the felted piece on a stitch piece, there may be something that I find that I like, or maybe not, you know. And this, I think, goes that way. So that looks like a fish, butterfly, and a bird, shark, maybe a kitten or something, teddy bear. So it comes with 7 of those. It comes with the sponge that you can felt on. We'll get to the tools in a minute, but it comes with this instruction guide, and it goes through what is in the kit itself, which is really quite good. and it comes with additional things, like if you want to create, like it's got phone lanyards, bells, brass head pins to make like little like key rings, or you know, put it on your what, phone, or you know, that kind of thing. And it gives you some brief instructions in terms of making something and how to clean it. And you really just have to kind of practice and, you know, just maybe even use some of the templates. It doesn't give you an example of working on the template. I did try, what did I try? I think I tried the moustache. Just try the moustache. It didn't turn out too hot, but again, it's practice. So let's go through the actual box. So you get this box of equipment, tools, which has got quite a lot of things in. So let us move these delights so that you can get a good view of what's in it. So again, all these things, if you want to make like little not little toys, but little stuffed animals. These look like screws. And I'm just thinking, where does the screws go in? It's got plastic, oh, they're plastic eyes and nose. Oh, okay. Right, so these are for the little animals that you might make. Yeah? It's got some pliers, tweezers, some more little eyes and nose. You've got, this looks like, it says it was, oh, pliers designed, this is thimble made of metal. So it can be worn on the hand to help bend the ring. So if you're doing bending the, that's quite cool, because sometimes, you know, you're there fiddling with the two ends when you're trying to bend the, and I'm usually got it in my hand and I'm bending it like that. So this is quite handy. You've got all of some spare needles, whole load in there. Like so. You've got a awl, scissors. It comes with the it's a thumb, what do they call it, dust plug, cowhide finger cot. So it's to protect your fingers when you're doing it. It's got the single one. These needles are very sharp, and thankfully I haven't yet poked my fingers with it. But, and then these are the bells, small bells, and the other elements to be able to, the brass head pins. And it also comes with 4 glue sticks. And just as well, I've got a glue gun that fits these. Didn't want to have to buy any more. But yeah, loads of additional bits that you can use and practice with. And for me, I guess I'm going to be making like more wall hangings and figurative pieces, as opposed to making some of these. But these will come in handy because you've now got the template for these, and you know, if you don't use them for your for this, you could always use it as a stencil in your art journal. So if you want these kind of shapes, but it'll be nice to practice and see. They've even got letters, so it'd be nice to practice and see how you get on with those. Okay, oh, so I forgot to say, it also comes with a multiple, I didn't take that out. Oh, look at this. Multiple needles. Oh, and it unscrews. Oh, so that's how you change them. Because they break. I've broken like 3. So this has 8. I've broken 3 needles already. Okay, so that's the kit. That's that kit that I brought. So I'm looking forward to playing with that. I had a few more that I wanted to put in here. that I had from the class that I did introduced me to felting, and has now sent me down this rabbit hole of working with felt. Okay, so that fits in there really nicely, and you can see how this fits. So when you see it like this, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's Christmas. Okay, so that's my felting mini kit that I'm going to play around with. And then I purchased just a bag of the colour that I really like, which is, let me show you, this blue, which was really economical. And then I just thought, oh my gosh, I think I might have... I was just like, I think I have to go and get some more. And it was just like this inner dialogue, but you haven't even used this. And it was just like, I know, but I just need more. Like more of the colours that I like. So I'm going to probably go back. Now I know where this place is. But as I say, you can order the felting kits online. So maybe I have to say to myself, no, use everything that you've got. And if you need more colours as you get through it, then... or maybe I do a series of pieces in this colour. But yeah, that's the, as I said, that's the what I've got so far. I wanted to fit them all together, but it doesn't. And these are the other bits that I've got. I wanted to fit it all in the same box, but never mind. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so I found a smaller needle and it fits the beads perfectly, so I won't need to hunt now for another needle. This one fits all the beads, I mean, yeah. And I was having second thoughts about this, but I actually quite like it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and continue with the red, and then add the gold one around it as well. And when it finishes, it's just going to have a nice glistening effect to the whole piece. So let us just do a little bit and then we will see you next week. I'm just going to continue, and so I hope that you have a blessed week and that you stay creative.